Hi everyone, welcome to TechMaestro. And first of all, sorry for the delay. It is mainly because I was thinking of not doing it today because I came very late from office, and secondly, in fact, I was not even I did not even have time to look at the questions for the day, and it's been a while. I haven't solved them myself, and they're definitely not the easy questions. So I'll be solving it along with you most of for few of you basically the questions on live.
So
I don't know
I'll be
it went. So hi, how are you guys doing? Hi Sanjeev, hi Ashish, hi Sandeep, hi Aditya. How did you guys find the questions today? Hi Akash, different. Hi Akash, Surbi, Subay, Sumit. How did you guys find the questions today? I think today's questions were definitely very interesting. Yes, hard, interesting, everything. Out of these, like at least two questions were such that I really run from those questions. Uh, Container capacity to ship package within container. This is something I ran from a lot, to be honest. And median of the sorted array. And in fact, I since I did not have time today, I'll probably cover this tomorrow because I really need to prepare the median of the sorted array question myself as well because it is really difficult question. I know that, and that is why I'll probably take some time to prepare for it so that I can explain better because right now I have it in my mind, but the question or the implementation that I have in mind is very abstracted, so it will be very difficult for me to prepare, like explain it to someone else. So yeah, so that is what we'll do. Two were exactly same. Yes, question number two and three were kind of same, so bit easier on you guys, so that should have allowed you some, you can say, could have cut some slack for you. So okay, let's see. uh, 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 uh. Okay, let's get started now. uh, let me start sharing my screen. I do not have presentation today because I did not get time, but yeah, let's see. First question: divide two integers. How many of you were able to solve this question, guys? Apurva, I have not started sending emails. I did not get enough time today. So I'll probably send it over the weekend. Like I said, you'll get it by end of weekend. So yes, that should be there. Okay. Divide two integers. Good. Apurva solved it. Sanjeev solved it. Sumit solved it. Surbi also solved it. So great to see. Not done. Tried with addition. So Sumit, sorry, Sandeep, if I show you, this was literally my first approach when I was doing it in 2020. So this addition approach was definitely my first approach, and it gives TLE. So I know the feeling. So yeah, Anuj, you don't have a choice. Like Anuj is saying, is it good? So solve those questions who dislike shift operators. So if you dislike the shift operators, like you can't run away from things. Like you cannot say ki I don't like shift operators because The interviewer will not say कि यार shift operators नहीं अच्छा है तो चलो ठीक है, will not ask you questions on that. So yeah, so let's do one thing, let's jump onto this. So the brute force. Okay, so what is the question is you are given two numbers, dividend and dividend and divisor. Basically dividend is number that you have to divide, and divisor is the number you have to divide it from. But the catch is you cannot use multiplication, divisor, or mode operator. That is there. Now easier part of this is basically you have to return the integer part of the question thing, which is 7 3. You have to return the integer part. That is, at least that makes this question a relatively saner, or you can say easier. Otherwise it would have been very difficult question, to be honest, if you had to find it in details. So yes, so yeah. Okay, so now how did you? So, like I said, brute force. Brute force is basically you have to. What you can do is you can actually do addition. How will you do addition? Division, multiplication. होता क्या है? Division and multiplication is like, let's see two का table only. Two, one times two is two. Two times two is four, right? 2 into 3, which is 3 times 2 is 6, right? तो इसका मतलब क्या है? We generally add number of times कि 3 2 into 3 का मतलब क्या है? 2 plus 2 plus 2, right? So basically mathematically we can substitute multiplication with addition, right? So that is why we can do addition in this as well. That is there, right? This is there. So this is how you can do it. And to show you, let me see if I have, let just give me a second. I actually coded this myself as well. I'll paste the code here of my TLE solution. This will be the code. Basically, as long as your dividend is greater than divisor, you keep subtracting, adding, एक ही बात है. Right? This is what you need to do. This is the brute force. What will be the time complexity of this? What will be the time complexity of this, guys? What will be the time complexity of the brute force solution? Come on, guys. Come on. Dividend divided by divisor. That's correct. Which is definitely, which can go to be very high number, given the fact that dividend and divisor can be from minus start of infinity, sorry, start of integer, min integer to max integer, like 10 to power 9 or 1. That can be the case, right? So this is why the time complexity is way too much for this. Okay, what is the alternative? How can we optimize this, given the fact that we cannot use multiplication? And if you remember, what we did yesterday was we tried to divide every number as a power of 2, right? We tried to divide every number with power of 2. Something similar will do. Basically what we can do is, do you guys know that left shift is basically multiplication of multiply by 2? Is this known slash clear to everyone? Because this is something that you will need. Left shift is mandatory to understand or know for this question to understand, right? Left shift is multiplication by 2. How many of you don't know this? Okay, that's good. So what we will do is we will try to reach calculate that power of 2 nearest this. Basically, let's take 10 and 3 as example. Okay. Now, if 10 and 3 are my example, what I can do is I can do 3, then 6, then 9, then 12. 12 is greater. So definitely यहाँ तक नहीं जाना. The nearest multiplier of 3 is 9, right? So all I'll do is just reach till 9. How can I do it? All I did is actually not this. I'll reach to 12. So 3 को left shift किया 1 times, which gives me 6, right? एक और बार करते हैं. Left shift one more time. This will give me 12. But this 12 is greater, right? So what I'll do is I'll just left shift once, which is basically I multiplied it by 2 times. Let's take one more example. Let's say if it was 13, I would have did this 12 as well, right? इसको एक और बार लेफ्ट शिफ्ट करेंगे तो कितना आएगा? It will be 24. Now what I did is like दो बार लेफ्ट शिफ्ट किया. दो बार लेफ्ट शिफ्ट करने का मतलब है कि मैंने चार से मल्टीप्लाई किया, right? The number of times we multiply, we have to keep a count of left shift, and we have to basically 2x, no, not 2x, 2 to power of that. तो बेसिकली हमें दो वेरिएबल्स मेंटेन करने होंगे. एक तो ये वैल्यू, और दूसरा हाउ मेनी टाइम, व्हाट इज द multiplication factor. So this initially, this is 1, 2, then this is 4, this is 8. And if you see, 3 into 2 is 6, 3 into 4 is 12, 3 into 8 is 24, right? बेसिकली बेसिक बिट वाइज ऑपरेशन को मैथमेटिक्स में कन्वर्ट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. तो सिंस ये एक नंबर है, तो नाउ वी गो टू दिस नंबर. बेसिकली एज सुन एज वी गेट हायर नंबर वी स्टॉप देयर. ये आया 4. I have 4. I basically go to I add 4 to my result. Now I update my dividend. Dividend become 13 minus 12, which is equals to 1. Let's take one more example. Let's take 17. If it was 17, 17 minus 12 would have become 5, right? Because 24 is also greater than 17. Now I am left with 5. Can I go beyond? Can I still go with 5? Yes, because 3 abhi 1 year pura. Sorry, I can still divide 5. Now I will go again. 3 into 1, which is 6. 6 is greater. So I will go back. I will add 1 to my this, because 3 into 1 is 3, and I will reduce this by 3. This will become 2. Now my dividend is 2 and my divisor is 3. Can I go beyond this? No, because dividend has reduced, or it has become less than equal to, less than divisor. So I can't go anymore. So I will return this answer 5. If this answer correct? Yes, 3 into 5 is 15, and the rest is basically this, right? So this is one part. Now there is a catch in this. What if one of these are negative? नेगेटिव में लेफ्ट शिफ्ट प्रॉब्लम करेगा, बिकॉज हमारा लॉजिक ग्रेटर देन लेफ्ट लेस देन साइन पे होगा, वो रिड्यूस ही होता जाएगा, क्योंकि -3 का मल्टीप्लीकेशन 2 टाइम्स इज -6, देन -12, देन -24, वो रिड्यूस ही होते जा रहा है. तो व्हाट वी डू इज, if there is any negative number, we first see if result will be negative. When will result be negative? When will it be negative? Answer, guys, come on. Sandeep, that is correct. I want to know how will you calculate the sign. Yes, that's correct. So basically, if divisor and dividend have different sign, that is the only time it can be negative. For example, here 7 comma minus 3. If it was minus 7 by minus 3 is going to be positive, क्योंकि नेगेटिव से नेगेटिव कट जाता है, right? uh, so if all we do is like do sign calculation calculation separately, that's all you need to do. That's it. Correct. That's it. All you have to do is just do sign calculation differently. That's about it, and you'll be done. So just to give you guys a bit of a code, first of all, is this clear to everyone? Like, this may be a little difficult to understand. That is why I want to know if it is clear to everyone. So what we do is we first takes absolute divisor and dividend. Then if it is we will multiply. We will take it to 24. In case of 17, we'll go to till 24. Temp जब तक बड़ा नहीं हो जाता डिविडेंड से, विल गो देन, एंड काउंट को भी मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे क्योंकि 2 की पावर में इंक्रीज हो रहा है काउंट, राइट? सो विल कीप इंक्रीमेंटिंग दैट, एंड ये राइट शिफ्ट क्यों कर रहे हैं? बिकॉज सिंस बड़ा हो गया है, ये ब्रेक कब करेगा वाइल लूप से? जब वो ऑलरेडी 24 पे पहुंच गया होगा, तो मुझे एक पीछे जाना है, तो दैट इज वाई आई डू राइट शिफ्ट फर्स्ट. तो डिविडेंड में से अपना एक ये 12 माइनस कर देंगे 12, और रिजल्ट में 4 ऐड कर देंगे, एंड आई कीप डूइंग इट अनलेस एंड until absolute dividend is has become smaller than the divisor. That's it. Is this clear, guys? A quick yes, no. Is there anyone who does not understand this? Because this may be complicated. This may be a little overwhelming to some of the people. So I just really want to know if it is something that is good, or you can say you are able to understand it. Okay, if it is clear, let's go to the next question. Let me close all these tabs. Yeah. Where is the next question? Which one is this? नहीं, ये तो नहीं है. Okay, yes. काफी मुश्किल सवाल थे यार आज के. मजा आया होगा आप लोगों को करने में. Okay, so the next question that we have is capacity to ship package within D days. This is a very very famous question. It takes a lot of shapes and forms, and it get asked a lot. Literally, believe me, ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा common question है. अगर आपने खुद से नहीं किया है, if you are not able to solve it, go and solve it by yourself at least after this discussion end to end. Uh, done because already know the minimum page replacement algorithm. That's good, but still, like if it is not that you have done, there are a lot of shapes and form of this question. Solve multiple of these questions ताकि आपको ना इंटरव्यू में कभी प्रॉब्लम ना आए, क्योंकि सेम क्वेश्चन आते हुए इंटरव्यू में जब नहीं होता है ना, तो बहुत ही ज्यादा फ्रस्ट्रेशन होती है. तो नाउ लेट्स जंप टू द क्वेश्चन विच इज बेसिकली this. Now the question says you have been given a conveyor belt. ठीक है, कन्वेयर बेल्ट में नॉर्मल कन्वेयर बेल्ट है, एंड यू हैव बीन गिवन पैकेजेस. तो सिंस पैकेज है, तो पूरा का पूरा एक बारी में एक पैकेज जाएगा, पार्ट में पैकेज नहीं जा सकता है. ठीक है, एंड व्हाट यू कैन डू इज, एक जो कन्वेयर बेल्ट है उसकी एक लिमिट है, कैपेसिटी की लिमिट है. एंड एक दिन में उतना ही लोड वो कन्वेयर बेल्ट ले सकती है. नाउ यू हैव बीन गिवन दीज वेट्स ऑफ these packages एंड नंबर ऑफ डेज जिसमें आपको वो शिप करना है. ठीक है, तो ये दिया हुआ है एंड ऑब्वियसली ये ऑर्डर चेंज नहीं कर सकते हैं. दिस ऑर्डर मे नॉट बी सॉर्टेड लाइक इन दिस केस, बट यू कैनॉट चेंज इट. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने चेंज करके इधर उधर कर दिया, क्योंकि डे वाइज दे रखा है आपको ये. सो एंड यू हैव बीन गिवन डेज कि इतने दिन में तो करना ही है मुझे ये शिप. तो व्हाट डू यू हैव टू फाइंड? यू हैव टू फाइंड द कैपेसिटी ऑफ द कन्वेयर बेल्ट, कि कितनी कैपेसिटी रखूं मैं अपने कन्वेयर बेल्ट की कि आई एम कंफर्टेबली एबल टू शिप ऑल द पैकेजेस विद इन 5 days. तो ये क्वेश्चन है. Okay, so now the question is, first of all, how many of you were able to understand the question? वो बहुत important है. How many of you were able to know, understand, or how many of you were not able to understand the question? Okay, since the question is clear, now let's see the let's see this example. तो example ये दिया हुआ है. इसमें बेसिकली करना क्या है, हमें इस 5 दिन में पास करना है. तो कैसे कर सकते हैं? सबसे पहले कितनी मिनिमम कितनी कैपेसिटी होगी ये बताओ. व्हाट विल बी द मिनिमम, एब्सोल्यूट मिनिमम कैपेसिटी दैट वी विल have. And while going through this, we'll basically evaluate our option as well. Correct. So the minimum capacity that I require is, which is the absolute minimum, is basically number of minimum capacity of, sorry, maximum of my array is the base value that I need. राइट, क्योंकि उससे कम तो मैं कभी कर ही नहीं पाऊंगा शिप. अदरवाइज जो एक पैकेज है वो तो अनशिप्ड ही रह जाएगा. राइट, दैट इज द बेयर मिनिमम दैट आई नीड. राइट, सो दैट इज समथिंग. राइट, is that clear? Like, is there anyone who does not understand? Clear, not clear, guys? That the bare minimum of the capacity will be maximum number of maximum size of the array. Okay, now the second is, what will be the maximum capacity that I will need? I should write this along the way so that it's easier for people to understand. Minimum capacity is max of weights. This is the bare minimum I need, and max capacity that I can live with is sum of weight. That's correct. So if I take this example, ये वाला, ये वहां पे लिख लेते हैं. बेसिकली इफ दिस इज माय एग्जांपल, मैं एक दिन में अगर मेरे कन्वेयर की कैपेसिटी इतनी है कि मैं सबका सम एक साथ बचा सकता हूँ, तो आई कैन शिप इट इन वन सिंगल डे. सो दैट इज द मैक्सिमम आई नीड. इसके ऊपर जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. राइट, so sum of weight is the maximum that I need. Correct? Are these 2 points clear? So let's write the value as well. Thank you so much, Apurva. This is 10 and this is 55 or 45. 10 into n plus 1 by 2, which is 55. Yes. Since these two are clear, now इसका मतलब क्या है? This I can ship in up to, nahi, actually what I should do is like find days to ship with this, and obviously ये है 1. अगर मेरी कैपेसिटी 10 होती तो इसमें मैं कितने कर पाता? 3, it would have been 1 2 3 4 one day, 5 one day, 6 one day, 7 one day, 8 one day, 9 one day, and 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 days में मैं कर सकता हूँ अगर my capacity is this 10, right? So now I can ship between 7 and 1. तो what I need to do is there are two possibilities कि मैं यहाँ से 10 से एक एक करके बढ़ाऊं, which is like 10 को 11 कर दिया. What happens if my capacity is 11? Then 11 से 12 कर दिया. What happens if my capacity is 12? What happens if capacity is 13? What if 14, 15, right? This is one choice. Second is, so is this clear? Like what I can do is I can go, my capacity can go from 10 to 55, right? Now what it means is uh, all I can go do is like I can check, is 11 enough, is 12 enough, is 13 enough. और मैं कम से क्यों स्टार्ट करूंगा, क्योंकि आई थिंक क्वेश्चन में दिया भी होगा कि मिनिमम बेयर मिनिमम कितना चाहिए मुझे, राइट? बेयर मिनिमम कितना चाहिए, ऑब्वियसली विच विल मेक सेंस, राइट? सो वी कैन डू दैट. सेकेंडली वी नो कि 10 से 55 की रेंज है, सॉर्टेड ऑर्डर में ही है रेंज 10 11 12. वी कैन ऑल्सो अप्लाई बाइनरी सर्च हियर, राइट? बाइनरी सर्च इन अ वे कि मैं सबसे पहले 10 टू 55 के बीच का, 10 टू 55 के बीच का पहले कोई नंबर पिक करूंगा बीच में से, which is 10 plus 55 65 32, right? I'll try कि 32 कैपेसिटी मैच हो रही है कि नहीं. इफ मैच हो रही है तो बेसिकली what I will do is basically I'll mark it as answer and I'll go left. अगर वो मैच नहीं हो रही है, if number of days are greater then I will go right directly, if number of days are less I will go left, as simple as that. फिर 32 और इसके बीच में देखूंगा which is 42 and 21, right? Then 21 के लिए ट्राई करूंगा, if capacity is enough for these number of days I will go left, otherwise I'll go right, as simple as that. यही करना है basically. Is this clear? Like how did we come to binary search here? It's very difficult to understand or in fact see binary search in action. Like where will I apply binary search is really difficult question to figure out. So this is something that is a hard problem to solve, and practice will help you in that. So I'll just repeat myself once. So basically मेरे पास minimum capacity possible is the maximum weight, because without that I'll not be able to ship all the packages. Maximum that I can have is, all I need is like maximum of sum of all is all I need, because I can ship that in one day. Beyond that is useless for me. All I do is like I keep that in an array, or like I keep that somewhere. I don't actually need an additional space. I keep that somewhere and then do binary search, because linearly भी कर सकते हैं, but what if linear will give me ON solution, right? Linear will give me linear will give me ON solution between, where n is basically the difference between these two. And binary search, and this difference can be huge, because the number, there can be 10 to power 4 numbers. 500 500 के अगर 10 to power 4 नंबर्स हैं तो वो बहुत ही बड़ा नंबर हो गया, राइट? which is 10 to power 6, 25 into 10 to power 6, which is 2.5 into 10 to power 7, 10 to power 7 के आसपास का नंबर हो गया, तो उतने ज्यादा हो गए, which and to find if a capacity is enough will also take O time, because you have to iterate on this array, right? So there are two parts to it. One is finding days for X capacity. Do you guys want me to go over this? Like, is there someone who does not understand the part of the this part? Basically, which it is equal to this. My capacity is 10. I start from first start of the array, and I go till the time my sum is uh, just less than the capacity. Or let's say I start from here, I add 3, then 6, then 10. If it is equal to 10, obviously anything that I'll add in future is going to be problematic, so I just break here. Then I go to 5, 5, okay, then 6, 11. Okay, now my sum has exceeded capacity, so I cannot do that, so I just go till 5. Then I go to 6, 6 plus 7, 13. Okay, sum has exceeded, I'll stop here, I'll stop at 6. Then 7, same for 7, 8, 9, 10. So in O time, basically you can calculate the capacity for X days. You can do that in O time, right? Now, the other thing is like how much capacity is required, that you can do using byte search between this range, right? Is that clear? For finding days, you cannot sort the array. That is the point, right? You cannot sort the array. वो question में दिया हुआ है. You have to basically live with what is given. If you see, यहाँ पे भी 3 2 2 4 1 4 ऐसे order में ही जा रहा है. You cannot solve the array. Otherwise यहाँ पे sort करके थोड़ा और कम में कर सकते थे हम लोग. Is the solution clear, guys? Is there anyone who does not understand the solution? Quick yes, no, come on. Okay. So what is the time complexity of the solution? I know I've told this already myself, but still, like, what is the time complexity of the solution, guys? It is actually n into log of sum of weights, not max of weights. N into log of sum weights, because in fact it will be log of sum minus max, and obviously n times. This will be the capacity. Okay, moving on to the next question. Where is, yeah, stop screen. Just give me a sec, guys. Where is the question? And to be honest, this will be the last question of the discussion today, because I actually, two reasons, like I don't have energy left, and two, I have to basically go through my own solution to make it easier for you to understand. These are the two reasons. So let's get started with this 35. So the question is basically, you have been given an array, you have been given integer array nums, where ith back contains number of these many balls, like I ni number of balls. There are and a given integer max operation, जिसमें these are the number of operations that you can perform. And what is that operation? What you can do is, you can pick up any bag, and you can basically take that bag and divide it into two new bags, and उसमें आप कोई भी number डाल सकते हो, as long as they are integer values. For example, 5 can be divided into 1 4 3 2. 6 can be divided into 1 5 2 4 3 2. Sorry, 3 3. Right? You can do both these things, right? And these are the number of operations. So, how many of you were able to solve it, and how did you solve it? Like, Akash, how did you translate that logic to this? Like, how is it similar? Tell me. And also mention the time complexity that you used, or that you solved it in. Okay, Akash, can you explain your solution? Is there anyone who solve, like anyone apart from Akash who solved this question? No one did. No one solve it apart from Akash. Come on, guys. Yes, no. If for any penalty, all the bags. Sumit solved. Okay. If all the bags can have that penalty within max operation. Yeah, that is correct. So basically, what we do is, if you remember in the last time, what we did is, like, we had a minimum capacity and a maximum capacity that we needed. Minimum capacity kya tha? Minimum capacity was max of all the number, and maximum was sum of all. Here we will have two things: minimum penalty and maximum penalty. मिनिमम पेनल्टी कितना होगा? वन, कि मैं सबको इतने ऐसे ब्रेक कर दूं कि वन बचे सब में बॉल्स. एंड मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी क्या होगा? मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी क्या होगा? आई, ऑल्दो आकाश ने आंसर कर दिया है, बट आई वांट टू हियर इट फ्रॉम एवरीवन एल्स. Sandeep, that is why I always advise people to solve multiple question of the same type. I'll just highlight this because this is something uh, something that a lot of people face. My I personally have faced is, so basically what we need to do is like we solve one question. For example, one of the similar type of this question is uh, I think books or pages, like divide books into pages. Some sort of question is there. I don't remember exactly. It's been at least 2 years I've solved that question. So same is with capacity D and this max operation. And there is one flower question as well, it's on lead code. So it is very important, and I will personally tell you, I was able to solve the book question, but I was not able to solve this question, and I did that on a very different time frame. That is why. So my piece of advice is, whenever you solve one question, try to solve multiple variation of that question or similar questions as well. And two, generally there are series of questions. For example, jump game is a series. I've said this multiple times on this YouTube live within 16 days, but I'll say it again as well because it is important. So one thing is, if there is a series, like for example jump game is a series, then the next is what else is the series, like there are stone or something, I don't remember exactly. Two sum is a series, right? Whenever you have to, whenever you basically start solving a series, try to solve multiple version of that series, 1 2 3 4 सारे solve करने का कोशिश करो, because that is very important. तो वो चीज आप करने की कोशिश करो हमेशा की हमेशा. So yeah, now buy sell is, yes, thank you. House rover is a very good series, so you should do that. Now coming back to our problem statement, which is this. So minimum penalty hoga 1, and maximum penalty can be basically my max of the current number. क्योंकि मैं बिल्कुल ही ब्रेक ना कर पाऊं will be the maximum penalty. So let me start writing it here. Basically my min penalty can be 1 and my max penalty can be max of nums, right? I hope this is clear to everyone. Now what I will do is, at I'll start with the mid. I'll try कि हाँ भाई मैं इस capacity को reach कर सकता हूँ कि नहीं कर सकता हूँ. Can I do it? If I can, I'll just do it. ठीक है? That's all I need to do. So if I can reach that penalty using this number of operations, I will. Otherwise, all I will do is, I'll if I cannot do it, I will go to राइट, बिकॉज थोड़ा ज़्यादा कैपेसिटी ट्राई करो, सॉरी ज़्यादा वो करने की कोशिश करूँगा. हाँ चलो ठीक है, बढ़ा लेते हैं पेनल्टी. इफ आई एम नॉट एबल टू डू इट, आई विल गो, सॉरी, इफ आई एम एबल टू डू इट, आई विल गो लेफ्ट. बेसिकली go between min and max here. uh, do binary search again. If you can achieve penalty with operations, go left, else go right. Is this clear? Yes, no? Now the main point is this thing. If you can achieve penalty with operations, ये कैसे calculate होगा? This is not a trivial task as well, right? How will you calculate this? Okay, I honestly want everyone, not just Akash, who have solved this question. I really want you guys to tell as well, like, how will you achieve this? Come on, guys. Akash, how will you do it? Seems like other people are not so keen in sharing. Okay, try to divide each bag by penalty. That would be the number of operations. Uh, okay, out of 5, let's say 5 से मेरे को 3 पे लेके जाना है, तो 3 से डिवाइड किया, 10 से 3 लेके जाना है, which is 3. Is that correct? Like number of operations is 10. Let's see, like you're saying 10 से 3. So the answer should be 3, right? So 10 को मैंने 6, 5 में डिवाइड कर दिया, तो क्या होगा? Which is not actually correct. 7 और 3 में कर दिया, एंड 4 और 3 में कर दिया, and 2 comma 2 comma 3 comma 3. But it is not correct, right? Is it like, are you taking seal or something? Let me read all of your divide each back by penalty. Try to reduce each back penalty to penalty. Just so basically, what you actually do is you try to basically divide it. So first of all, tell me one thing. So will you always do half, like 10 को हमेशा 5 में डिवाइड करोगे? Is that going to be uh, let's say मैंने 5 में डिवाइड किया, is that going to give you the most optimal solution? This is very important observation, guys. Is this going to give you best optimal solution? Actually, let's try to divide 9. उससे थोड़ा आसान रहेगा आपके लिए. The answer is no. Let's see why. Now I can divide 9 into 5 comma 4. Now divide it further. It will be 2 comma 3 and 2 comma 2. Let's say मेरे को 3 तक ही लेके जाना था, तो 3 को करने के लिए मुझे कितने ऑपरेशंस लगे? 2 ऑपरेशंस. 3 प्लस दिस, तो ऑपरेशंस लगे 3. Whereas if I had been doing it something like 9 को पहले 6 comma 4 से डिवाइड करेंगे, then सॉरी 6 comma 3 से डिवाइड करेंगे, then 6 को 3 comma 3 comma 3 करेंगे. How many operations did I take? Two. So you have to keep this in mind कि आप directly नहीं कर सकते. तो ये चीज हमेशा याद रखनी है कि पहले this is going to be very important aspect. So keep that in mind. Now, now keeping this in mind, what we will do is we'll do what Akash said. कि basically I will try to divide it using the penalty, and अगर वो penalty में मेरा fully divide हो रहा है तो I will basically do it. Otherwise point में अगर आंसर रह रहा है, for example here 10 और मेरे को 3 से divide करना था. How will I divide it? I will divide it into 3 7 comma 3. Then I will divide it into 3 comma 6 comma 1 comma 3, and then 3 comma 3 comma 3 comma 1. How many steps did it take? 1 2 3. How many steps did I take? 3. Now how can I directly come? बस इसको divide करेंगे तो वो मेरे पास directly number आ जाएगा. You don't have to actually give this, right? You don't have to give the middle steps like these steps. Is this clear, guys? Like कोई doubt है, कुछ problem है? 1 2 3, yes, 3 steps here. Is this clear? Yes, no? Quick yes, no? Then we are actually going to put a pause क्योंकि थोड़ा सा काफी हेक्टिक ही लग रहा है मुझे भी खुद ये पर्सनली. तो आप लोग जो आकाश जैसे तो चैंपियंस को तो नॉर्मल लग रहा होगा, बट बाकी लोगों के लिए थोड़ा सा हो सकता है प्रॉब्लम. इज दिस क्लियर? यस नो गाइस, कम ऑन, कुछ तो यस और नो बोलो. ओके, I'll repeat. Basically, तो I'll repeat from the starting ताकि पूरा स्टिच हो जाए पूरा फ्लो. First of all, what is the minimum penalty and maximum penalty? Minimum penalty can be 1. क्या मैं सारी balls को 1 1 1 में divide कर पा रहा हूँ? I have enough number of operation. Second thing is I can divide that or I don't have any operation, and in that case maximum of my current nums will be my maximum possible penalty. Sorry, damn. So this is my minimum and maximum penalty. Now what I do is I have to stay somewhere between these. राइट अभी मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, लीनियरली भी कर सकता हूँ कि मैं मिनिमम पेनल्टी 2 करूंगा, फिर 3 करूंगा, 4 करूंगा, 5 करूंगा. आई ट्राई टू सी कैन आई अचीव दिस पेनल्टी वैल्यू. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट पेनल्टी इज. क्वेश्चन पूरा रिपीट करने की कोशिश नहीं होनी, मतलब जरूरत नहीं होनी चाहिए. सो इफ यू नो कि यू कैन रीच पेनल्टी 2, then in that case basically what you will do is you have to figure out if you can achieve that penalty. If you can achieve penalty, you go left because आप वो already achieve कर चुके हो. You will try to do something better. Sorry, in binary search what we'll do is like this is my max or min range. I will first go to mid. I'll try to see if I can achieve this penalty. If yes, I will go left, otherwise I will go right. Why? Because if I can achieve this in this these number of operation, there is a chance कि मैं और थोड़ा कम penalty को I can penalize less. Whereas why do I go right? Because if I cannot achieve this, तो basically मेरे operations कम पड़ रहे हैं, तो I have to go somewhere right. Correct? So this is first part. Now second thing is how do I calculate if I can achieve this operation penalty with these number of operations? This is very important, right? So what you need to do is iterate over the array for each element. Basically iteration he kind of लिख रहा हूँ. For each element calculate number of operation required to reach that penalty level. And let's say we call it x. We add count plus equals to x, and these are the number of operations. If count is less than equal to max, reached penalty, go left, else couldn't reach, go right. ये तो हो गया बाहर का. Now this part, how do you calculate penalty? उसके लिए what we can do is, let me just remove all these. All you need to do is nums of I by current penalty. All you need to do is this. Let's say we call it x. Now there is one catch. If nums I percentage current penalty 0, then minus minus ये होगा x कैलकुलेशन यहाँ पे. How did we calculate this? इसको देखते हैं अब. 10 है, let's say 9 है, and my current penalty is 3. This is my nums I, and current penalty is okay. This is the part. Now current penalty 3 करने के लिए क्या कर सकता हूँ? First of all, what we discussed is 9 को हमेशा आधा करने से we cannot divide it by 2 all the time, because that will not give us most optimal solution. ये क्लियर है कि मुझे मैं डिवाइड नहीं कर सकता मैक्स से, क्योंकि वो मुझे मैक्सिमम पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं देगा. ठीक है, तो सॉरी वो नहीं देगा. तो बस मैं एक एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ 9 का. 9 कैसे डिवाइड कर सकते हैं? 9 को 6,3 में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं, राइट. बेसिकली 1,8 में कर सकते हैं. मैं ब्रूट फोर्स चला रहा हूँ ताकि इट्स क्लियर टू यू ऑल, राइट. फिर इस पे नेक्स्ट लगेगा, इस पे नेक्स्ट लगेगा, इस पे नेक्स्ट लगेगा, इस पे नेक्स्ट लगेगा. मैं आई विल जस्ट गो फ्रॉम हियर. 6 can divided into 3,3. Now I achieved minimum capacity 3 easily from 9. And if you see, it will this logic will always work. 9 by 3, 3 कितना है? 3. But since 9 divide 3 is 0, so I will divide, reduce it by -1 as well. And why does it work? Because I can actually make that number of that equal number of partitions anytime. क्यों? 9 को मैं 3 में डिवाइड कर दिया पहले, फिर नेक्स्ट 6 बचा. कितना बचा? 6. मैंने 6 को अगेन 3 में डिवाइड कर दिया. 6 भी डिविजिबल है, क्योंकि अगर 9 डिविजिबल है तो उसमें से जब मैं इफ माय नम्स I इज डिविजिबल, इसका मतलब क्या है? नम्स I minus current penalty will also be divisible. Same 2 times current penalty, 3 times current penalty, वो हमेशा डिविजिबल होगा. तो लास्ट वाला जो हमेशा बचेगा ना, वो एक एक्स्ट्रा मतलब लास्ट 6 को जब मैं डिवाइड करूंगा तो 2 बार अपने आप 3 में डिवाइड हो जाएगा, तो मेरे को 3 दोबारा नहीं करना. दैट इज व्हाई वी रिड्यूस इट बाय 1 टाइम. दैट इज द ओनली लॉजिक ऑफ डूइंग इट. और सिंस अगर वो डिवाइड नहीं कर रहा है तो मेरे पास कुछ बचेगा, इसीलिए आई एम नॉट रिड्यूसिंग x by 1 time. This is the only logic. Is it clear? A quick yes, no. Aditya, is it clear now? Okay. Aditya, I'm still waiting for you to say yes, no, if you are still on the call. Okay. Now that's good. Is there anyone who does not understand this? And as Akash mentioned, this logic of identifying this is actually very important to understand, and that will basically have the biggest impact or main part of the solution. Okay, guys, what will be the time complexity of this? Same. This is the time complexity n into log of max minus sum. Exact same as last time. Not actually minus. Correct. इसमें max और sum नहीं होगा. Log of max होगा. Sorry. N into log of max. Max minus 1 to be precise, but yes, that is also max. हम 1 to max जा रहे हैं. 1 to max जा रहे हैं. So that's about it, and let's put a pause to the questions. I will definitely cover the question that we left today tomorrow, and we will see like how to take it forward. Sorry, I'll try to be very clear on that. So that's there. Okay, and one more thing is like about the milestone part. I'll just announce it again. Although like I know people who are watching it right now are all the regular ones, but I'll just announce it. So guys, we just finished first milestone yesterday, and what we will do, I'll do is like I'll go through all your solution for almost I know good I know at least 5 to 6 names who have cleared it, and I as far as I know like you there would be somewhere around uh, 20 25 names at max. So one thing is if you have not filled the progress form, do that by end of day today and maybe by midday tomorrow, because I'll start just after this call. I'll start going through that one by one, and I'll start sending email from tomorrow, or maybe you'll get an email by Sunday. So be ready, like check your email. I'll share it in the group as well once I've sent all the emails, so that you can check your spam folder. Everybody can check their spam folder in case it reaches their spam folder. So that's about it. Any question before we leave? Like I can devote 2 to 3 minutes if you have any questions. मस्ट बी लेट देयर राइट. 7:30 बज रहे हैं यहाँ. 7:30. 12 बजने वाले होंगे वहाँ पे इंडिया में. बट इट्स स्टिल वेरी डे लाइट. वेरी हाई डे लाइट देयर. सो यार keep working on this, and obviously like how to master algorithm, ये कोई इसका कोई एक आंसर नहीं है. Keep practicing and keep working on this regularly. हो जाएगा. Believe me, 75 days के बाद you can ask this question कि now how do I master things now. So let's work for next few more days and then पूछना है question. So where सी 15 days में रखने का पॉइंट यही था कि लोग जिनको लेट पता चले या फिर जिनको थोड़ा बाद में पता चला है या फिर कभी भी मिस हो गया है, तो दे कैन कवर अप. बट दिस इज एक्चुअली वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस टू मेंटेन एज वेल. लेट्स से अभी मैं 1 या 2 दिन दे भी देता हूँ, तो मैं माइलस्टोन कब तक ट्रैक करूंगा, व्हाट इज दैट लिमिट. तो वो वाली बात है, इसीलिए वी डोंट हैव एनी leniency on this part. But I actually have, during every day live session, I have basically skipped few questions a lot of time. So that is why I'll say, like, if you have not done it, don't worry about first reward, just focus on the rest of the rewards if rewards are important for you, and focus on learning, which is really 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 important. So just focus on that. Where to find similar questions? Okay, so what I did, one thing is, like, if it is a series of questions, obviously it is very easy, because 1 2 3 4 वो हो सकता है. Then the second thing is, generally, मतलब मुझे ऐसे लगता है, इतना ज़्यादा अच्छा नहीं है but it's decent, is you can find similar questions on lead code. For example, let me share my screen, just a sec. हर क्वेश्चन में ना सिमिलर क्वेश्चन का ऑप्शन होता है. if you see, there are similar questions. तो यहाँ से भी देख सकते हो. सेकेंडली, व्हेन यू सबमिट क्वेश्चन, तो उसके बाद भी और सिमिलर क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, तो यू कैन यूज ऑल दैट. And I totally agree with Akash. Like, you are actually getting to solve 3 to 4 questions. You are getting consistent. You are getting to learn. Dude, I can say, like, it is way more difficult for me to do this live session. I have literally sacrificed a lot of trips just because of this live session, and a lot of things here, because I have to do it during the broad daylight, और जो बिल्कुल ऐसे बिगेस्ट एंजॉइंग टाइम होता है ना, मैं उस टाइम पे लाइव सेशन कर रहा हूँ. तो it's very very difficult for me. It's very tempting for me to skip and just leave this live and just let it be, but still I am doing it. तो इससे बड़ा रिवॉर्ड आई डोंट नो. लाइक, यू आर गेटिंग कंसिस्टेंसी, यू आर गेटिंग from this live session, you get that accountability aspect. From community, you get competitiveness, and then on top of that, the rewards are there. You're getting prepared for your placement, internship, or full time, or like during your work, you are able to, you're getting all that out of the box. So just, it's not just tangible rewards that are written. That is just to basically keep you motivated. But once you are gone through 25 26 days, that should stop mentoring you. And mentoring is something that we will provide anyways. Like, we will provide in to a lot of people. I Right now, I know there are a lot of consistent people in this call. There are a lot of people who are working regularly. So I will, when they reach out to me, obviously I know that this guy is a regular one. This guy can work hard. This guy can, or this girl, not just guy. This person can has what it takes. So obviously, I will also be interested in investing time and resources, right? So do that. So सही है यार. इट्स गेटिंग लेट देयर, डेफिनेटली बहुत लेट हो रहा है आप लोगों के लिए. तो ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन, एंड सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट video which is going to be tomorrow. So bye bye.